Peace. Welcome back to the Speak Freely podcast. I'm Demetrius, Clayton, and I'm back with another one. On this one, I wanted to do a reaction to a video that I saw with Mano. He was on Vlad TV. Now, I'm not going to use the video. I'm just going to use the audio for obvious reasons, for copyright reasons and things like that. And I saw this interview and I just thought it was interesting. It resonated with me. And I just thought it was profound. It made sense, you know. Just made me think about certain things, man. When I was a youngin', and when I was out in the streets running wild and living how I was living. It's just the mindset of a young man in the hood. It just makes me think about, you know, the things that's going on with Lil Durk and his homies. It's just all kind of stuff, man. You know, it just makes me think about those things, man, and the message I want to share. Like I always tell y'all, I always give an alternative perspective to it. Try to give you something that you can live with, that you can hold, that could possibly help you. So, how you doing? All right. That's my whole thing, is to try to give you something to, you know, enhance your perspective on life, man, and just give you something to hold on to and give you something that could possibly help you and make you better and make you make better choices and things like that. So I'm going to react to this video, may pause it here and there, you know, to just add emphasis on certain things and just give my thoughts on it. So let's get it.
We stuck to what we know. We love what we know. You know, the mentality of being part of your community, your hood, where you feel like the love is the biggest, and you feel like, you know, you have a grip on, you know, the turf, and you know you got everything that you know, and everything that knows you is there. Family, like, this is all you know. Like, you know, you got young niggas. I'm never leaving this area. I'm never leaving such and such. I'm gonna die right here. Like, you know, they speak like that. I've felt that way before.
But you don't live in your old neighborhood anymore.
But I also had the see, what you got to remember is that I also had the fortunate opportunity of getting older. So now you're not talking to a 15-year-old me. So if you're talking to a 15,
Pause right there. That makes me think, like, when I was 14, 15, 16, even 13, it just makes me think about the mindset I had. The mindset I had, you know, in that period of time in the late 90s and early 2000s when I was that age. It just made me think like I was on some fuck that. I'm in the hood. I'm gonna die for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just how I'm living. Like, respect to the exit. It is what it is. You know what I mean? When you young and you thinking like that, like, your mind is not even fully developed, so it's like you don't really see the pitfalls of that. You don't really see the error of your ways when you're that young, man. So for somebody that's my age now, 38, to be able to reach back to a young person that's maybe 13, 14, 15, 16, they don't think like us. So that's something that we have to be aware of. They don't think like us, man. And in order to be able to reach them, all you can really do is just give your experiences, your firsthand experiences, and just hopefully you able to leave them with something that could change them and get them to see the error of their ways, because ultimately that's the goal, is to try to get them to see that this way is not the way. No, there's a better way. And knowing that there's a better way, you have to be able to replace what they got going. So if they out there slinging iron and carrying guns and getting to the money, selling drugs, doing what they doing, you have to be able to replace what they doing. So you got to show them that there is a better way. You dig what I'm saying? But let's go.
16-year-old me, then maybe I would have been talking the same shit. Like, man, what? Crazy? Fuck that. I'm gonna die right here. Crazy? I'm gonna die with my niggas right here. N.A. Rock, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, right here. I'm gonna be here till it's over, right? I never cared about living until I had the opportunity to live. So you can't you can't project the way you think as a grown man or somebody that's in the hood at 16, 17, 18, 19, even early 20s. It's a different level of thinking. They haven't grasped the understanding of life and getting a little bit older and getting money and getting to the point where we be like, damn, this shit is all right. I like being alive.
Yeah.
I like living. I like getting to this money. I like traveling. I like experiencing. You got to get there. You got to get there. And the only way to get there is to stay alive. So
That's facts, man. Like, you have to stay alive. You have to live through all the bullshit. You have to find a way through, and it's not easy. You know what I mean? Like, you have to see for yourself. People can tell you, but you have to see for yourself that there's a better way, that there's something out there for you, that you can replace this and you can do something different, and that you could have a good life, or you could die empty, that you could die knowing you completed your mission that God gave you. Because at the end of the day, it's all our choice. So what we have to do is understand what choices are and how choices impact our life. Because you can make a choice right now at the age of 15 that you will have to pay for at the age of 45. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, that's very important, man. Like, you have to understand that it's a different mindset. You have to understand that these young people haven't had the chance to even live and to get to the point to where you are, to see the things that you have seen and the things that you have experienced. They have to be able to see those things for themselves. So what are we left with? Just tell them what you're gonna tell them, build with them how you're gonna build with them, and hopefully what you leave them with can have that much of a profound impact that can change their lives. Because that's what we trying to do as elder statesmen. We trying to give them game. We trying to show them the traps. We trying to show them that, there's pitfalls to this shit, man. Living like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, being in the hood and having that hood mentality and having that poverty mindset, man. All that shit is poverty, bro. That's all poverty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, feeling hopeless and feeling like there's nothing there for you, bro. So you have to make these choices and take this route. But I'm gonna tell you, just from personal experience, you don't have to live like that. But it is what it is. Let's keep going.
If my friend Curtis died when we was 15, and he died while I was there. I watched him take his last breath, and I think about the fact that he never had the opportunity to live, to experience, to see, to taste different tastes of life, to just and so many countless other friends that went to prison or died early, dudes that got locked up when they were 16 and 17 are still in prison now, 20, 25, 30 plus years, and never had the opportunity to live.
That right there is probably the most profound piece in this whole video that I'm reacting to. Shout out to Mano, man, for dropping those gems like that, man, and giving us something to hold on to. So I'll just add my perspective to the whole video and just give you my breakdown and just give you my train of thought and how I see it. I got shot when I was 13, man. I was 13 years old. I got shot by a grown man. I ain't tell on him. I ain't do none of that. I understood how it went very early on. I understood what I signed up for very early on, man. I was trained, I was groomed to be like that. You dig what I'm saying? And I know what these young dudes are faced with, man. I've been in their shoes. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to come from those environments to where bad choices are normalized. I get it. What I will tell you is to know that there is another way, that there is a better way. You can get out the hood. You will live and not die. I know what it's like to be caught up in that gang violence, that drug violence, to get arrested, to get locked up, to throw your life away and do years and have children young and just make all kind of poor decisions, man. And to not go to school and to choose to sell drugs. I know all about it. I've been there, done that. And my whole mission, my whole goal is to make sure that I can help young black men, particularly, but anybody really, but particularly young black men like myself, avoid that. I've been on those prison yards. I know what that life is like. And that's not a life that anybody should want to live, man. That's destruction, man. You know what I mean? You're squandering your potential, man. You have so much potential, young man, to do so much in life. There is a God, and God loves you, and God has a purpose for you. But it's my job to help you see that and to help you get out of your own way and to help you make better decisions. Because at the end of the day, our decision making is what puts us in these situations. Granted, you have no control over how you were raised. You have no control over the environment you were born into. You don't have no control over that. That's just an actual fact. You have no control over that. However, what you do have control over is your own destiny. You have control over how you choose to live in this world when you get of age to where you're able to recognize where you are. So what I want you to do, I want you to choose to live, and I want you to choose to get out the hood. You go back to the hood and you make it better for the generations after you. But you have to get out the hood and expand your horizons and go and see that there is more out there for you. That's on you. Your success, your failure, that's on you. It's on you. It's nobody else. It's not on mom. It's not on dad. It's not on grandparents. It's not on your teachers. It's not on any of that. Even though those are the people you were entrusted to. But sometimes, some people just drop the ball, and it is what it is. But thank God you have people like me who are here at your disposal to help you find your way through. That's my job, that's my purpose, that's my mission, and I'm standing on it. I'm gonna help you find your way through. You know what I mean? So just be more aware, be more self-aware of your choices, because the choices you make could determine where you're gonna go in life. And ultimately, that's the main thing. Just being aware, being self-aware, and knowing your choices and the choices that you have to better your life. And that's what I'll leave you with. I want to see you live, and I want to see you prosper. Just be aware, be self-aware of the choices you make that put you in the predicament that we find ourselves in. Get out the hood and live well. Until next time, peace.